Welcome back to Dum-Dums and Dragons, where improvisers who've never roleplayed before journey into the world of Dungeons and Dragons. I am the Grand Wizard Bukake, your host. Our heroes are battling a band of mercenaries inside the Bastion of Failure. Juniper fired a moonbeam into a prism to attack every villain present. Butthole used blue flame and a spiritual hammer to deadly effect. And Quinny stopped a drow from eating a troll heart by throwing it into a moonbeam. Can they stop the army of mercenaries before they break into the Bastion's vault? Find out next on Dum-Dums and Dragons.
You're in the midst of combat, deep beneath the Bastion of Failure. Having just defeated a pair of trolls and some drow, you are still battling a heavily armored orc who is regenerating, having eaten the heart of one of the trolls. However, Quinny, having stopped one of the drow mid dig, has managed to obliterate the other troll heart by tossing it into Juniper's moonbeam. The central crystal that is floating is refracting the light of the moon to both protect and destroy one small chamber. And Quinny has just discovered a crew attempting to break into a safe in the northern room that is well defended, but the door of which is now closed. So, Butthole, you are facing down the orc who has just climbed up out of the pit. And stands before you yelling a mighty war cry. What do you do?
Yeah, I think he's just going to look back at him and say, I'm sure you prayed to a god today, but you're going to wish it was Moonhammer because your god just let you down. And I think simultaneously, the spiritual hammer is going to swoop over to hit the warlord in the back as Butthole hits the opposite direction from the front and Goblin Jr. hits the orc at the knees. So it's just bam, 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 all at the same time.
Yeah. Just meet Joe Black getting hit by all those cars.
Yes, exactly. So for the spiritual hammer, that is a 28 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that will do...
I don't even know why I bothered to show up today.
That'll do 24 force damage.
Great.
Yeah, that's 35 to hit. Does it hit? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Then I have a 24 to hit for the hammer.
Yep. Can I have to start wrapping enemies in bigger enemies?
Yeah.
It's his AC is a guy with 120 hit points.
Yeah,
An orc adorned in goblin baby Bjorns. And just
they're all like, ah!
Yeah.
Then he does 7 regular damage plus an additional 7 fart damage for 14 from his hammer hit. And he is going to use the power of his hammer hands, powering himself further with farts to strike again, which is an 18 to hit.
18, yes, hits.
And that will do an additional 11 damage.
Unlike the Meet Joe Black and or Joker incident, this orc, despite his regenerative abilities, does not survive the strikes. So Ryan, tell me how it goes down.
So I think the hammer hits him in the back, knocking him forwards, at which point Butthole just cracks him one in the torso, pushing him back again. But before he can get his balance, that's when Goblin Jr. hits, and it spins him into the air, and Butthole just hammers him in the gut, and he flies back into the moonbeam and falls to disintegrate. So there's just nothing.
Are you going
left.
Major League Baseball swing on that airborne orc?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Fantastic. So you smack him into the moonbeam, and just armor comes out the other side and just clatters against the side of the bowl and just slides down into the bottom. And he is... You can't regenerate from that. So he is down.
Cool. And then I think Butthole, having got him down, would move to engage the drow that are up close with Quinny, just so that nobody's able to team up on him.
Great. So you start rushing towards them. That brings us to the drow. So the one who has her bow up, she is looking kind of between the two of you, and she looks at the orc who just exploded.
Mhm.
And she mutters something that sounds awfully similar to "fuck it," and she runs for the vault door. The other one is staring in horror at the door on the west wall, which as you approach Butthole, you realize is open now. And you know it's open because in the dark beyond, you can see a number of small sort of hissing red lights that seem to just be flickering in the darkness. At which point, with a mighty cry, a troll strapped in dynamite comes running out with kind of like vials of various alchemical fluids with little fuses, and just starts like running dead at the drow, who turns around, runs, and like leaps into the bowl, taking moonbeam damage in an attempt to hide. Laura, go ahead and roll moonbeam.
5 damage. That's it.
Okay. The troll is sprinting, just like it's a beefy troll. And at first you thought he was running for the drow, as indeed the drow did. But now you can see that his eyes are locked squarely on the crystal that he is sprinting toward. Top of the round, Juniper. You're on the far side of the room. You can see, unless Ryan, did you have like a mystical?
No, I was going to ask, does the troll get hit with the moonbeam when it's sprinting into the room with the moonbeams refracted everywhere?
It won't matter because
Fair
the
enough.
moonbeam can't do enough damage to kill it on its way to its target.
That makes sense.
It's running for the crystal?
Yeah. So you're across the room, so you're at distance. The troll has just emerged from the west door and is rushing at the crystal.
Oh boy. How far away is it? The troll.
At this point, probably 60 feet from you.
Fuck. Come on, Tom.
You never entered the room.
You can move.
Hey, I can't move. I can't move and like strike him.
Not with a sword.
60 feet?
I think he's going to strike
30's
the
the number.
crystal pretty hard soon, which seems like it's bad with him doing this.
Yeah. All right. I don't know. I guess I'll take 2 revolver shots at him.
Yep.
Try like, fuck, man. And I'll probably like literally immediately after, I'll probably like crouch down behind the barricade and just yell, like, as I'm shooting, yell, "Take cover."
Sure.
This is attack. Ooh, 12 to hit.
Sadly, no.
Fuck. Take cover.
Want to take your second shot?
Yeah. You're the best, Tom. 24.
That one will hit.
God, that's so sad. 5. Takes 5 damage. That slows him down, right? Slows him
little
down
bit.
enough. He just like,
Little
I
bit.
give up.
So the shot pings off his shoulder, and he keeps running.
Good God.
Next up would have been the orc, but he is dead. Quinny, you're quite near this guy. He's starting to run past you. You've just thrown the heart. You turn and you just see this massive troll barreling past. What do you do?
I mean, we don't, whatever the trolls want, we don't want them to have it, is the general gist that we've been operating under thus far. So if looks like he's going to suicide bomb the crystal, I'm going to try to Eldritch blast him back in the hopes that he detonates before hitting his target. I'm going to try and push it back.
Go ahead.
Eldritch blast. 19.
Yep.
Nat 1. So the one hits, so he'll get pushed back 10 feet. And for that one hit, that's 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay.
Quinny, you're lucky, right?
I can reroll ones. Thank you. It has been a minute. Thank you very much.
No problem. Just didn't want to have a nat 1 throwing things at the guy covered in explosives.
I rolled another natural one. But you reminded me of another ability that I never use, which is Dark One's Own Luck. Plus 1d10 to an ability check or saving throw. Never mind. That's not an
doesn't
attack,
help
so that
with the
doesn't
nat
work.
1. I think in nat 1 you're fucked even if you add to it.
Oh, okay.
Am I correct, Tom?
Yeah.
And it's for it's not for attack rolls anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yep. All right. So you blast him back. He like slides back on his feet, rises, yells, and goes to run again. And you fire a second shot, hitting him center mass. Unfortunately, it shatters one of the vials on his chest. So he goes boom. I
don't like it. I don't like the still hearing rolling.
Too much rolling.
That is 42 points of damage as the troll explodes.
Okay.
And that will also hit you, Butthole. You're within the blast radius because you moved up to help. Good news is it's far away from the crystal, so the crystal itself isn't damaged, but the two of you get hit. The drow who was backing away gets completely consumed in the blast. Oh, he ran and jumped to the bowl, so he's all right. He's just burning up in the.
That's
moonbeam.
great.
She was running for the bowl. I don't know if the male one is.
She ran
in
to the
there.
door.
She ran into the door.
bowl.
Okay.
Yep.
I see.
All right. Yeah. You do that classic movie thing where like, your head's ringing and you're kind of like stumbling to your feet. Butthole, you're up.
Does that count as me killing him?
Yes. Why?
Outstanding. Because I gain 10 temporary hit points every time I kill someone. Thanks to
Cool. Yeah. I mean, like,
to Baba
it's
Yaga.
like it was vicarious, but Baba
Yeah.
Yaga would totally take that. She's not going to be picky.
So to be clear, we
That's
have a
fun.
guy frying himself in the bottom of the moonbeam, and we have someone running for the door.
Running for the door on the north wall for help. Yeah.
Okay, and through the west door, we don't see anything else.
No, it was just that one troll strapping himself up.
Okay.
That sucked, but good to know. All right, then Butthole's just gonna fucking take out this drow running for the door. So it's just like, I think he'll just yell hammers, and both he and the spiritual hammer will sprint forwards at the same speed and try to hit from opposite sides of the
Sure.
drow.
Go ahead.
Are they running away or are they facing me? I just don't know if I have advantage.
They're running away. You have advantage. They're not fighting. They're going for help.
Okay, so the spiritual hammer hits with a 25, I imagine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's 23 force damage from the spiritual hammer. And then from the butt hammer of Moonhammer, it is a 26 to hit. And it will do 11 regular damage plus a grand total of 8 fart-fueled force damage. So it's another 19 damage.
Yep. Just snap. The drow gets just crushed on both sides. She's an archer. She's a little squishier than the other ones have been. So she goes down hard. Her broken body collapsing on the stairs to the vault door. She was this close.
Okay. Juniper, get over here. Quinny, what's through that door? And he's just like winded and he's sprayed with blood because I imagine two hammers coming together on an elf was just like it was
Yeah. I think
sprayed
we'll say,
to pack it in all
For
directions.
argument's sake, we'll say the guy in the bottom of the bowl just eats it from Moonbeam.
There we go. Cool.
Okay. Quinny gets up and his face is like blackened, like an Acme Looney Tunes bomb went off in his face kind of thing. And like there's like crusted blood like coming out of his ears a little bit, like, and he's just like, what
is in? And then he like farts loudly and then sucks it back up into his own butt because he's cast Cure Wounds on himself.
God, right?
It's fart powered for everyone.
I think sometimes I get used to the farting and it just like doesn't bug me, and then other times it becomes too real.
Other times it's like new.
Yeah, it's like new today.
And he will heal himself for 14, 29 plus 5 is 33 HP comes back for my boy.
Nice.
Nice.
Just good because I can. It's gotten to the point where I have to use a calculator. After you get to high levels, I'm like, I can't do this if I had anymore. And he's like, "What is in that door?"
Oh, whoa. Okay, it came back. Sorry. I'm good. Jesus, they're breaking into a vault. There's a bunch of different people in there.
Okay, well, can we just kick down? Should we just kick down the door and kill them? Because they sent all the drow to kill us. Because the drow keep going to them for help.
Excuse me. Yeah, and they seem to be working with, I don't know, suicide trolls. Let's get in there. Hey, could someone give me a hand here? I'm not feeling too great. That was kind of a a clock cleaner, that one.
Yeah, so I do a one-arm hop over the barricade and just basically I kind of pick you up. I feel like I probably pick you up as I roll by and just all right, come with me. And I'll just lay on hands for you, bud. For 20.
Appreciate it.
Is that good?
20's great.
Great.
Oh, Quinny, you said there was a vault or something?
Yeah, like a big vault door.
Okay, can you open this door just a peek so I could see the vault?
Yeah, watch out for burning hands, though, or some kind of flamethrower.
Okay, I can do this from really far back. So I'll go stand by that door. I just need a peek so I can see the vault through the door. Could you do it with a mage hand or something?
I don't know how you mentioned these are big doors, Tom. Mage hand isn't really known for lifting and moving heavy stuff. I probably have to be at the door, right?
Yeah. Now that the door is closed, if the door is open a crack, you could try and gently nudge it open. But yeah.
Okay.
Can you tie a rope around the thing to just yank it open from a ways away so you're not right in punching distance?
I guess this all takes time. I can.
Oh, well, take 2 seconds. It's a friggin' rope.
I feel like Old West Moss could throw a lasso.
Thank you, Moss.
All right.
I think she's probably already got one going.
Great. Yep. All right. So you lasso the door. Amazing.
Butthole goes back to to be away from the door where he can just see through the crack that'll open, but not where he's standing in the open waiting to get hammered.
Cool.
And then just give her the signal when she's ready.
All right. And I give it a light pull, see if anything happens. And if it doesn't, start pulling harder.
As soon as the door opens, there's just 2 gunshots real fast. But none of you are standing in front of the door, so they hit nothing. You just hear someone from inside be like, "Oh shit, sorry, Chief, they were in front of the door." And then the sound of guns clattering and other guns being drawn.
Tom, I would like to cast a Guardian of Moonhammer in front of the vault door.
I thought you might. All right. Go ahead.
So that means a large spectral guardian appears and hovers in an unoccupied spot. So I'll choose just beside the guys fucking with the door. It will appear there. Any hostile creature that approaches within 10 feet for the first time on a turn must take a dex saving throw, receiving 20 radiant damage if they fail or 10 if they succeed. It disappears after it does 60 damage.
Okay. So it'll automatically target the 2, the gnome and the Brad Pitt looking motherfucker.
Yeah. So they got to do
they
dex
both
saves,
pass, so they'll take
18.
Okay. Only one of them passes.
Nice.
So the gnome does not, but Brad Pitt does.
Okay. So
the
Brad
shootiest
Pitt
does.
Brad Pitt takes 10 damage and the gnome takes 20.
Okay. The gnome starts yelling ow, 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 magic that isn't mine, hitting me, not fun. And from over to the side, you just hear sort of a growly voice say, "I told you should have worn better armor than a robe." And Brad Pitt's just "Calm down, both of you. Come on, we got to deal with this. I only have so many guns." And then he fires 2 more shots. And he's like, "Shit, they're still not in front of the door." I throws away the guns, and you hear him draw more.
I'm going to tell all of you the same thing I told all these dead people. If you surrender now, we don't have to kill you.
And you hear a metallic clang, and a voice from inside just yells, "Ha ha! No need for that. We've already got our way out. Come on, boys, let's get inside the vault. It's time for us to make our grand exit. You motherfuckers can go deal with the trolls. Have fun."
Tom, can I cast hot snakes into the opening of the vault to fry whoever's trying to go through it?
Yeah, I think so. How far away do you need to be to cast it?
Hot snakes requires me to be 60 feet.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Right
Yeah, then I
on.
feel like it's time for the snakes to get a little bit hotter.
Yeah, you just hear the voice be like, and that's why you don't fuck with Mog Crankshaft's 11. Come on, let's go. And someone's like, boss, there's not 11 of us. He's like, shut up, into the vault. And then you cast Hot Snakes.
Yeah, and he just So he looks at them and he says, Moonhammer says no running away because no one can run when they've got hot snakes. And the flaming butthole appears in the ground, just hitting the whole group whenever they're running through that friggin' area. They're getting hit with the Guardian and this. It's 10, what is it exactly? 40 feet high and 10 feet in diameter, a cylinder. They have to pass a DC 18 dex save to avoid it. If they pass, they take half.
Damn.
Yeah, no, they don't.
Okay, great. Then they will take, it is 2, 3, 4. That's 13 fire damage, as well as 10 radiant damage.
Okay.
For whoever's got there. And then the Guardian will smack whoever is within range.
Yeah, so there's just like a conflagration going on in there, and you hear the screams of agony as Crankshaft's 11 just gets fucking decimated. After a moment or two, the looking in kind of amongst the hot snakes and the Guardian, you can see Brad Pitt, the sorcerer gnome, and the orc who's lurking around the corner are all dead. Having been just bludgeoned to hell and back. Brad Pitt manages to get one shot off as he goes down. I still had like 3 pistols, so like he could have got maybe 3 more, but the hot snakes did him in. That said, the vault is open. Is open a bit now, and it would seem that Mog Crankshaft himself has escaped inside the vault.
If he's getting away, then I think Butthole just looked at Quinny and be like, Quinny, get him. Quinny's the littlest and the fastest of us.
Yeah, Quinny's just like, yeah, you got it. And kind of like at a half jog, starts off and just kind of like over sort of like, hey, you want to revive someone here who speaks common and, maybe get him to talk might be a good idea. I don't know what's going to happen to this guy when I get to him. And and I will run and then like uncanny or cunning action, like dash, like I will move as fast as I can to make up the distance between me and this character who ran
Tom,
through
is
the door.
Brad Pitt still in one piece?
I mean, yeah, he's been burnt up by hot snakes and hit by hammers. But yes, he is in one piece.
Yeah, Revivify will do that. So I think he'll dash over to Brad Pitt and just like kick all his guns off of him, basically, and tie his hands. And then he'll lean down and just... it looks like a teabagging, but it's just a fart. And I think what you see is just he's raising his arms and then he flexes them down and farts, and it just goes into Brad Pitt's body. It just like jerks, and some of the little farts come out of his burns until they seal shut. And he's got like weird butt-shaped burn scars now, where some of those were. But he comes back to life with 1 HP.
Cool. He just like wakes up and he goes, ah, and he just starts like with trembling hand reaching for his gun.
Finding that his hands don't come out from behind him. Just like,
He's just like, no, I want.
No, you're under arrest because I've got my Chief Justice here. Also, Juniper, I don't know if you want all the ammo from these guns, but they feel like a you thing.
Yes.
He just kind of looks to both of you and he says, so this is how it happens, huh? This is the end of old Doc Huckleberry.
Well, I don't know if that's true, Doc Huckleberry. I got a friend going to chase down your boss. So, like,
oh shit, Mog, run! Meanwhile, inside the vault, Quinny, you rush into the vault to find sort of a big, dark, cold room with just like racks and racks and shelves, all of which are empty. And as you run in, you see the goblin with his little like welding goggles are up. The wand sparks kind of sadly at his side. He's on his knees, just in the big empty room. Before him is again the racks around him are empty. He's holding a bag of holding disappointedly in one hand. and he's on his knees in front of a shape that you recognize all too well from your time in Barovia. It's a Raven Gate. Unfortunately, it does not seem to be active, which is part of the reason Mog Crankshaft is so upset. But he's not running. He's just sitting there, and he just goes, "Well, son of a bitch! Talk about bad intel. Fuck.
What were you expecting back here?
And he turns around and he holds up his little like welding torch wand, and says, "Get back! I've got welding."
What? We like all your friends are dead. All the drow are dead. All the trolls are dead.
No, the trolls aren't my friends. Those guys really fucked with our plans. They were here before us. We're trying to rob them.
Sure. You want to come out and tell that story to everyone else?
I mean, my escape route and loot aren't here. So, yeah, I guess I fucking kind of have to, huh?
Great. Why don't you just drop everything right there before you come any closer, okay?
Yeah, all right. And he drops the wand and the bag and just kind of sighs. And he's like, if this were a different kind of heist, I'd have like, flash powder or something. So just imagine that, will you, for a second?
Yeah. No, I know how heists.
That'd be great. Yeah, like and then I'd like get past you and I'd run away and be like, "You haven't heard the last of Crankshaft 11." It would turn out that we're all not dead. It was just a big scheme. You're all dead, huh? You killed all my friends, huh?
Well, I mean, my one friend killed all of your friends. It's a really good idea to cooperate.
Yeah, that's what I.
The one guy,
okay. Well, like admittedly, I brought like three friends. We hired a bunch of drow mercs and some orc mercs. I guess that's really should have worked with friends. All right. Well, and then you hear from outside the vault, like, "Bog, run!" He's like, "No, Doc, they got me. They got us."
You got one buddy out there.
Yeah, that's all right. I guess the real necromancer's treasure was the power of friendship. I'm disappointed by that. That is a disappointing turn of events.
Yeah, I know. When it's not stuff, I get it.
Right.
Last heist I was on, I exploded. So I pat him on the back and like walk him out.
Yeah, all right. He's just like shuffling out. Like he's he gets it. He just walks out and looks around. He's like, "Oh boy, well, Warfrog, my dead orc buddy over there. He did warn our gnome sorcerer to wear more than a robe. I don't know why they do that. Just wear some leather or something. You fucking dummy!" And like kicks the gnome. He's like,
"Nice to meet you, Quinny. Clearly captured you. I'm Butthole Farch, head of House Farch, rightful ruler of Akar, former god slayer, and the sacred Butthammer, avatar of Moonhammer to this world. This is Juniper, the chief justice of House Farch, and soon to be Akar. We have questions. Also a sheriff. But we have questions for you. What are you doing here? Why were you here? Why did you try to kill us? And what's up with the trolls?"
Well, you may have a lot of fancy titles. I've got one too. Mog Crankshaft, mastermind behind Crankshaft 11.
We're or Mog?
M-O-G.
M-O-G.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't have any business cards because your friend here made me toss my bag back in the vault.
Quinny, if you want to go get that stuff, technically this falls under the privateer thing. So you can keep what you steal. Half of cash value can go to me, or you can trade materials or whatever for the house. Once quartermaster.
We'll get to that in a minute. I just wanted him out here without his stuff.
Oh, that's good. Do you want to tie him up or something?
Sure. Yeah. That sounds like a prudent suggestion. And Quinny's got rope. He can tie this guy up.
Sure.
Sorry, Mr. Crankshaft, continue.
Yeah, right. Anyway, I'm a master thief, a man of tremendous reputation in certain areas of the world. I've even been nominated for 2 Thiefy Awards. So, kind of a minor big deal. Perhaps you've heard of me and my crew. We pull off heists all over the world. Unfortunately, it seems we got bad intel on this one. We heard that band of trolls managed to find a necromancer's palace, and so we figured a distraction. We covered all the angles. We bribed the right people. We got directions. We found we stole a baby dragon and unleashed it on the trolls to distract them while we snuck in through a frozen waterfall. It was great. We had a fun soundtrack for it. We all felt real on our game. But Fortunately, it turns out these ice trolls are a little hardier than we'd anticipated, and there were more of them than we'd been led to believe. So by the time we got down here, most of my my muscle was tied up fighting them. And I guess you guys showed up too, and like fought your way down here. And anyway, we were told that the old dead necromancer Fane had a bunch of gold in his vault and a portal a way out, but the portal's broke and there's no stuff in there. So yeah, it is very awkward. Yeah, it's egg on my face. And Doc's
So, what
I
happens
told
if
you,
you eat
man, you always got to double check the info. And he's like, yeah, fine. Fool me 5 times. I guess shame on me. We've
So what
had
happens
5
if you
bad
eat a
heists.
troll heart? Because everybody seemed really into eating troll hearts.
Oh, yeah, the frost trolls, their hearts have regenerative properties. If you eat them, they'll give you a little pep in your step for a little while. I can't stomach the stuff myself. I'm a vegetarian, but yeah, some of the drow mercenaries we'd hired, they talked about it quite a bit.
Okay, so you were here. Interesting that they call them the Thiefies again. When did that switch back?
Oh, well, they've always been the Thiefies, I think. Like when I was nominated a few years back, it was a pretty big deal. Maybe you just haven't heard of them because they're only cool things only thieves know about.
Oh, they're called the Quinnies now.
Wait, what?
I'm Quinny Brownbarrow. They named him after me.
Well, that seems highly rare. I mean, I haven't been in a couple years, but I mean, they wouldn't make a change that drastic without updating the newsletter, I don't think.
Well, have you been getting the newsletter?
Well, no. I mean, normally Avalon Riker sends them out, but we haven't seen any in a while.
Yeah, he's
Well,
dead.
Yeah,
What?
I saw his
Or a
head.
head. But I'm pretty sure just dead.
Yeah. Same
Wait, so-
person that killed him killed me.
Wait, how many of you have died and come back?
When he raises his hand.
Juniper
I thought I did, but I was just in the Wild West. Quinny, I got a weird side question for you after we get through this, but it seems like, so you don't have any more people hiding out around here.
No. I only had 11, and you killed them all except for Doc, I guess.
Well, there are a few who didn't get disintegrated. We might be able to bring back over time if it turns out you guys are all right. But how many more trolls were there? There was a splody troll, and then there were like 2 out here, and there was 1 more upstairs. Does that feel like all of them?
Well, I mean, we still haven't encountered their boss.
Oh, brother.
I mean, he must be around somewhere.
Your knowledge of the place has brought you here to the vault. Where do you suppose the boss is?
I don't know. We heard his name is Clomp Samsonite. He's got a bit of a reputation. A tremendously canny troll from the sounds of things. The Samsonites are a feared troll family, actually. Very hardy folks.
So that's the name of the Winter Emporium where Annan and them are staying, was Clomp Samsonite's Winter Emporium. So he owned a store?
Is there such thing as a mercantile troll?
I mean, not that I'm aware of, but and he kind of leans in. He says, there's rumors, rumors about folks trying to extend their lives in unnatural ways. I'm wondering if maybe this Clomp Samsonite fella wasn't always a troll.
Oh, Clomp Samsonite might be Duke Fane. That'd be pretty nuts.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Well, anyway, I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. I'm going to pop back into the vault here. Looks like that portal thing that this guy's talking about.
Yeah.
Seen him before. Alan works with those things. So maybe we can get it up and running and find a shortcut to or something like that.
Well, that'd be good. I think we got to deal with this troll thing because I feel like we're going to get ambushed if we don't sort this out. But I'm glad
I agree with that.
Because that'll also help with supplies and we'll be able to send messages through it. Also, just be nice to see Alan. So we got to deal with this troll. We got these guys. Should we just tie them up and leave them in the vault? What do we do with them?
I don't know if the vault is going to close properly anymore. This guy cut through it with a laser wand or something.
Tie them up and hang them from the crystal?
Well, I mean, Mog admitted to a bunch of crimes. We could cut a deal.
We're just talking about
deal
for
with the
now
trolls with
kind
us.
of thing. Oh, you want his help?
I'm just saying.
I
don't want his help. If it, no offense there.
Well,
Mr.
hey,
Mug,
two-time nominee of the Thiefies.
I mean,
Quinny, what if we treat this as like a test, and then if they're good, you might want to privateer them?
Yeah, but if they're bad or unreliable, then we're screwed.
I mean, nominated for 2 Thiefies, though.
All right, give me 2 seconds. I want to look at his stuff first.
That seems like a good barometer on this.
I want to head back into the vault and look over his gear.
Sure. Inside, you find a martini glass, a martini shaker, a small tuxedo, just an unnecessary amount of business cards and a variety of different prints. He's clearly updated it over the years, but hasn't really had much opportunity to hand them out. He's got one of those obnoxious gold, like business card cases. He's got some rope. He's got a very expensive looking set of lockpicks that to your eye are completely useless. And he has a handwritten note kind of detailing directions to the place, as well as like just kind of quick notes on the trolls. And yeah, like from a quick glance, the notes on Clomp seem to be kind of like it's basically like surprise warlord ? And scheming, intelligent leader of trolls ? And then highly dangerous in all caps. And then in brackets underneath that, very old.
Now, there does appear to be a perfectly good bag of holding, though. Is that correct?
Perfectly good is a strong statement.
Okay.
You're looking at this thing and you can tell that it's hedge magic. So yes, it holds a lot of stuff, but the make of it is not fantastic. And you're actually not sure how stable it is. This looks like the kind of shit that you've seen peddled kind of in the dark alleys of Neverwinter. Okay.
And this arc wand, this torch, how does that look?
Looks fine. From a quick glance, you feel like it has probably about 2 charges left. It would seem to create a highly focused sort of heating element, clearly strong enough to cut through metal. That seems to last for a minute. So you basically got two charges left on that.
I'll pocket the wand, then I'll come back out with the bag of holding and toss it in front of Mog there and say,
"Hey, careful! That's a genuine bag of holding."
It is not. It is not a genuine bag of holding. Get rid of that thing as soon as you can. It's not stable.
And Doc from the ground is like, "Dude, I told you." He's like, "Shut up, Doc."
Okay, Doc, you seem pretty capable. Mog, you seem like more of a question mark. If we want to do a work release, now's probably not the time to make new friends and try to trust them. I'm thinking we might, once we take over the castle, let them kind of work it off by helping get this place up to snuff with the rest of the crew. Does that make sense?
That's fine.
Yeah. I think I can work with these people.
Juniper?
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. Normally we just like kill everyone in our way. So I was just thinking like, we just leave these ones.
And Quinny looks back to them and is like, "Don't you forget it."
What? That's what you guys started doing? Back in my time, we teamed up with everybody. We made friends. We built alliances. That was our whole thing.
We killed a lot of people too.
Well, yeah, but they were the ones who didn't want to make an alliance. That's not my fault.
Well, yeah, so it's more up to these two than anything. What happens to them?
Yeah, I mean, do you guys want to help us fix up a castle and such, and then we'll probably just let you go, or you can team up with us?
I don't know if you've been around the past 3 months, but it's not great for mortals out there,
Yeah, Doc is like, yeah, we know this was kind of we were hoping we might be able to get somewhere safe, but hey, if you're going to fix up this castle, that sounds pretty safe to me. And Mog's like, yeah, I could always use a new staging ground, a new HQ for some of my fancy schemes. After all, I want my chance to win a Quinny? A Quinny. Yeah. I want to win a Quinny. So, this 2-time best elaborate scheme plan nominee is ready for the spotlight. So yeah, I'll help you out. Sure.
Okay, well, we're going to leave you here tied up because we can't trust you yet.
That's fair.
To be clear, this will be our hideout in the name of a car, and you can try to earn your way into Quinny's thief team because he's a privateer and he gets to choose other people who are going to steal in our war against a car. So you could get that if you do a good job. Otherwise, we'll figure something else out.
Yeah, sure. All right. Crankshaft and Quinny's 11. I like it. Or 12. We can call it 12 because you'll be new. I guess it's 3 because we only have Doc. So yeah, Crankshaft and Quinny's 3. That's a little long. Maybe we should drop the and Quinny, Crankshaft 3.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. Not having my name included in whatever your reputation may be.
Yeah, leans over. He's like, "Hey, Doc, I'm going to need you to design me some new..." And Doc's like, business cards. Yes. Yeah, I know. I'll start thinking of it while we're tied up down here after your fucking plan went to shit.
Can't you just oh no, it was 11. Never mind.
Yeah, it's okay. I kind of like them, keep it fresh. All right. Well, good luck with the the trolls and stuff. We'll just be down here, I guess.
Are there any windows here or anything like that? I want to get rid of this bag of holding now. I want to get it gone. Or it ruptures and
there are
something
not.
awful.
But the other room down here is the armory. It is not stocked particularly well. There were clearly there's some boxes of alchemical stuff that look like they were probably used to help construct to blast out parts of the mountain to build the castle in the first place. That said, the room is clearly reinforced, so you could leave it in here for now as kind of like a safe spot to store it in case it goes.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just toss it into the vault door.
Sure. It so into the armory or into the vault?
Sorry, into the armory.
Armory, sure. Much like the sort of servants alcove up top, it looks like it was built because it was in the plans, not because there was any intent to use it. So very pristine.
Okay.
So knowing what we know about this place, I think he's like they tied them up further and probably they're there, and Butthole have his last moment so to be clear, we're going to leave you here tied up. So if we die because this guy's more dangerous in a way you knew that you didn't tell us, you both definitely die down here. Just last chance to tell us any weird secrets you were keeping.
Mog's like, look, I got nothing other than the fact that I think he isn't a troll, but that's the best I got. Also, Doc, you want to help him out? And Doc's like, yeah, please take any bullets you can find off me. I see you've got a fairly good looking pistol there. Any ammo that works for you, you take it. Juniper? I'd offer to help you, but I think I'm almost dead and maybe did die, so probably not the most helpful.
You did die, but not for that long. Don't worry.
Well, I'll be down here and steal your huckleberry. All right. Good luck.
You too.
And Mog's like, this sounds like the beginning of, and Doc's like, shut up, man. Just don't do this. We don't. He's like, okay, but imagine it. 2 secret thieves tied to chairs. You just walk away hearing Doc just groan as Mog begins to scheme an elaborate scheme that would somehow begin with them completely fucked.
Okay, so going upstairs, the places we didn't go was we didn't go up to the balcony level in the first room, and we didn't go through the acid door on the other side.
You have gotten through the acid door. The acid door is the kitchen. One of the
the acid arrow one?
Yeah.
That's kitchen. The other one's there. Got it. So it's just balconies then. Right?
From the ground plan, you've gone through both of the doors on the east side of the building. So the Undercroft, which is where the waterfall is, and where you found. Yeah. So there's the Undercroft that is attached to the kitchen. The kitchen is where the acid arrow came from. What you can ascertain is that one of the dark elves fired the acid arrow, torched the room, and then ran downstairs.
Got it.
So on the other side, there's still a door off of the main hall that you haven't explored, and there is the second floor that you haven't touched at all.
Okay, so we'll clear the first floor and then go for the second one. Does that feel right to?
That sounds prudent.
Everybody else?
Might as well.
Also, and this is we're go tromping back up to the first floor. I'm like, Quinny, we do have the one troll that's still left. Do you want the regenerative heart that could save your life if you need to eat something? Juniper, should you have it? Should I? Who should have eating a heart? You get stronger.
For 24 hours, I should add.
For 24 hours.
I don't know. I'm not going to call dibs on it, but if everyone thinks I should have it, I'll take it. I'm more interested in kind of figuring out what's really going on here. This troll is named after the store. It doesn't make any sense. Unless
that store was another way for it to get out in the community. Yeah, there are question marks. Okay, we'll take this heart. Quinny, I'm going to give it to you because if I go down, there's no one to heal anybody. So if you've got this heart, you can jam it in my friggin' mouth.
Feed it to you, yeah.
You can bring me back and we'll be able to keep everybody healed. Trappy, Dory. Hopefully if there's a bedroom or something, we can find some notes from this Crump, Samsonite, whatever.
Quinny's ready to search the rest of the first floor and check the doors for traps and stuff.
Great. So without much difficulty, you make your way sort of, checking the doors and moving cautiously. You find the first room you enter is a library that is legitimately incredibly well stocked, but seems relatively untouched and slightly frosty from the cold. The second door, to be clear, there's one door off of the main space that leads to a hallway with these two doors. One leads to the library, which is empty. But as you ease the second door open, you just hear a voice being like, "Yeah, all right, we're just going to put a happy little tree there." Ah, no, it's terrible. And Quinny, I need you to roll a dexterity save.
Nat 1. We rolled it. It's a 19 plus 10, 29.
Great. You fail to dodge and just get hit with a painting, which bounces off you because it's on canvas. And the door swings open to reveal a troll wearing a wig, surrounded by half-finished canvases that have been broken and smashed. And he turns as you enter, and his eyes go wide, and a grin spreads across his face. He says, "My muses."
This episode of Dum-Dums and Dragons features the voices of Ryan LaPlante at the Ryan LaPlante on Twitter, Tyler Hewitt at Tyler_Hewitt on Twitter, Laura Elizabeth at EL Hamstring on Twitter, and our DM Tom McGee at McGeeTD on Twitter. This episode's sound was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Dum-Dums and Dragons logo is by Decapitated Markers at Decapitated Marker on Twitter. Our theme songs are And Now for That Massive Coronary and Skipping Through the Orchestra Pit Part 1 by Peter Gresser, and our ad music is No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, all available at freemusicarchive.org. When it comes to Dum-Dums and Dice, you can visit our website at dumdumdice.com. Our Twitter and Instagram are at dumdumdice, and on Facebook at facebook.com/dumdumdice. But most importantly, we've got merchandise at redbubble.com/people/dumdumdice, or you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/dumdumdice. That's DUMBDUMBDICE. And tune in next week for more Dum-Dums and Dragons. Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time. Christian Menicola, the Half-Blind Prophet. Christopher Little, Sue One, George Dolby. One True Artistry, Orion Birchfield. Lord Abradovic, Noel Lewis, Scott Garland, Anthony Griffin, Benjamin V, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Cade Peters, Richard Cranium, Anna Zed, Eric Williams, Logan, Fire Unfriendly, Acrix, Cameron Ezel, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Austin Nut Powers Fry, Stabby Stranger, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.